What he knows is that the condition of his life matters. The condition of his heart, it matters. And so it's not something he's going to be careless about, but it's something that he is going to intentionally allow God to continue to work in his life. Now, I want to show you a picture of something my son and I came across, which blew our minds, and honestly, we had to get a picture of it. Let's throw this up right now. This was a few months ago. My son and I were driving down Douglas Boulevard. If this happens to be you, please do not say anything right now. It will not go well for you. We were driving down, and as we saw this first, the boat was rocking back and forth like this. That's what grabbed our attention. So we pull up to this stoplight. I said, Seth, grab my phone right now. Because there's no way that anybody will believe me when I try to tell them what this is. Now, let me just explain what's happening here. The RV is towing the truck. And then he's built a platform on the wheel wells and strapped the boat to that. And then the boat's hanging off about 5 to 6 feet. And you are correct. There is something hanging off the engine, but it is not a red enough flag to show that this is something you need to be paying attention to. So we saw this, could not believe, so I took like 10 photos of this because I did not want to miss the moment. So there's a couple of things I know about this already without even having to sit down and talk to this guy. Number one, I know it's a guy. Because there's no way a woman would do this. I don't know how that became an eternal truth. It just is. It's a guy. I also know he's proud of this. And he took pictures. He's put it on Facebook. I don't know where. I just know he's taking pictures. He's proud of this. And he cannot figure out why his wife isn't proud of this and wants him to stop showing the photos. I also know that he's driving alone. His wife is not in this vehicle with him. And I'm pretty sure the story went something like this. Hey, babe, you ready to go? Yeah, okay. Come on out. Let's get going. She came out. She saw this monstrosity and said, you know, I think I'm just going to let you go. You unpack it, and then you can come back and get me later. Because there's no way I'm getting in that thing. I'm not going to be caught dead in that. No way, no how. But there's a really good chance there's a grandson in the front of the RV with this guy. I just loved this. This was so funny. And when I look at this, I think about last week when we were talking about the difference between a person when they say, when we look at them and we say, you know, either they are careless or they couldn't care less. I don't know which is this person here, but what I do know is that neither of those are good choices. And we can have some fun with this when we see it, because as far as I know, it didn't cause death to anyone as it went down the road. But when we look at our own lives, what we have to recognize is that being careless or to care less those are not good choices for our life. And that is not where Isaiah was at whatsoever. He was not a guy who just took on the day and just said, whatever happens today is fine. No. He took on the day and he says, I enter this day like a sharp arrow in his quiver. And wherever he sends me, to whomever he sends me, I will be sharp for his purposes. He is intentionally sharp in his life. He wants to be effective whenever and wherever it is that God will send him. And so when you look at Isaiah and the firm identity declaration that he's made about himself, I am. One of the things you have to ask yourself is, how does he come to that conclusion? Why is he so confident in the declaration that he can make about himself? where does he get the who and the what and the where and the why and the how to living into this vision of going wherever and to whomever it is that God would send him? How does he become so confident of that? And what we have to recognize is that Isaiah is literally being sharpened by God's very words. Isaiah's not coming up with this on his own. This isn't some idea that he's just dreamed up. This is not his big idea. This isn't his best idea. This is God's word coming to him and sharpening him, and that's how he becomes so confident in the who and the what and the where and the how and the why of the life that he's living.